Once upon a time, there was a king who had an upright and wise minister. This minister relied on God in all his affairs until this incident happened. One day, one of the king's fingers was cut off and blood came out of his hand. When the minister saw it, he said, "Perhaps it is good." At that, the king got angry with the minister and said, "Where is the good when blood is running from my fingers?" After that, the king ordered the minister to be imprisoned. The minister said, as usual, "Perhaps it is good," and went to prison. As usual, the king went for a picnic every Friday. At the end of the picnic, he made his tent near a large forest. After a short rest, the king entered the forest. The surprise was that there were people in the forest who worshipped an idol. That day was the day of the idol's feast. They were looking for a sacrifice to offer to the idol. It happened that they found the king, but they did not recognize him. They arrested him in order to offer him as a sacrifice to their gods. They saw that his fingernail was cut off and said, "This is shameful, and it is not advisable to offer him as a sacrifice." They released him. At that moment, the king remembered the minister's saying when his fingernail was cut off, "Perhaps it is good." Then the king returned from the trip, and they released the minister from prison and told him the story that happened to him in the forest and said to him, "Indeed, cutting off the finger was better for me, but I will ask you one question. When you're going to prison, I heard you say, 'Perhaps it is good.' What is good about going to the prison?" The minister said, "I am your minister, and I am always with you. If I had not entered prison, I would have been with you in the forest, and by that the idol worshippers would seize me and present me as a sacrifice to their gods, while I have no defect. So entering prison was better for me."